Oh, beloved ones, I have honestly run out of ways to say what a chaotic and frenetic time this is. I honestly, even as a writer, just am at a loss for words. And what has been coming up for me has been the need to really take time to pause, to get grounded, and to get centered, because my sense is that the energy of this time is not going to radically shift anytime soon. And the work ahead of us is going to be difficult. And so it's so important for us to find ways to get and return to being grounded. And I think for me, the thing that helps the most is really taking a moment to just breathe. And I know that breathing gets a lot of attention, and that's because it's something built into our lives that can be a reminder of what is always true, which is that we are held and supported and grounded in love that cannot be shaken as a force. It is always there, and it will carry us through this present moment and the next moment and the next moment, just like our breath does. So if you're feeling like me and you've gotten caught up in maybe the doom scrolling through social media or watching the news, and you are forgetting about what keeps you centered and grounded, this is an invitation to spend just a couple of minutes together. If you already have a practice like this, it might feel very familiar to you. But if this is something that you have not spent a lot of time doing, I hope that it brings you a certain amount of peace and calm. Not that we're not going to pay attention to the real crises that are going on right now, but we're going to look at them in a different, slightly different way, which is through that grounded place of being held in love and truth so that we can be effective in our response. Rather than being reactionary, we come from a grounded, intentional place of wisdom and groundedness. So, the first thing that I like to do when I am trying to get grounded is to really feel myself planted on the floor, on the earth, wherever I am. And for a long time, I never quite understood why, but it's this physical reminder that can connect to our brains and to our spirits that we are held, that we are supported always, even when we feel like we're on unlevel ground. There is a constant support that's there for us. So we have the support of the earth, we have the reminder of the breath to be in the present moment. And together, those things can give us that pause that we need. So, what I'm going to ask us to do is just to take a few breaths together. And if you are in a comfortable seat, you can stay there and put your feet on the floor. Something that I like to practice when I'm doing breath work is really to lay on the ground. Sometimes I need the support for my whole body. And it's also a nice way to really feel the breath move in the body. So either one is fine. I'm going to choose to stay seated for the sake of this video. And we're going to do 5 breaths together. Okay. So you can keep your eyes open and with a soft gaze, or you can close them. And again, just sit up or keep your spine nice and tall wherever you are. And we're going to take 5 breaths on our own pace. So I'll do it for me and I'll create a little bit of space at the end in case it takes you a little bit longer. So a good first breath for me is always to inhale through my nose and exhale out through my mouth. And this feels very, very cleansing. So you might try that for all 5. You might try it for the first one. You might opt not to do it. All right, here we go. 5 breaths. Feeling that breath in the body. Noticing where we feel that breath. Two more. Last one. And giving ourselves just a moment to tune in with how we're feeling physically or emotionally, noticing, accepting without judgment our present moment. And as you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. And I want to say thank you for taking a moment to pause with me. It might feel like a very simple thing to do in the middle of an overwhelming time, but for me, returning to those basic things is essential because it's giving me the fortification that I need to get through this time and to know that in the future, as the work continues to be challenging, in that present moment, the breath, the groundedness, the support of love will be there and will carry us through. I'm so grateful for each of you for the ways that you are finding to cope with these times. And I welcome you to build into your daily practice, if you don't already, a moment or two to just tune in and to remember the breath that is always with us. We are all loved more than we can comprehend. And I hope that the force of love shows up for you in real, tangible ways in this day. Take good care of yourselves, and I will talk to you soon.